going on, y'all? John Kowalski here. Let's go for another walk. You know, let me tell you a story right quick, right? Let me bring you back to 2014. Now, 2014, I was 19 years old. And there were very few things as a 19-year-old lad that I loved to do more than either get super baked, get super drunk, and go out and eat some Taco Bell, man. You know, I remember being down so bad for Taco Bell and fast food in general because I was working as a waiter. I was not making much money back then. You know, between that and college, fast food was the easiest thing to do back then. I mean, I remember on the way to college, I would usually get I would always go to Burger King and get their croissant wedges because they used to have those 2 for $4 back in the day. So it was cheap to do. And it was something that I could get pretty consistently. And every time I think back to those early days of my adulthood, I would remember things like going to Taco Bell with one of my friends and he would get $20 worth of food, and I'd be like, God damn, dude, what are you spending $20 for at Taco Bell, man? Are you feeding a family of 6? There's no way you need $20 worth of Taco Bell, dude. Or going back to or even just recollecting how many times I remember in high school there was one time where I had $20 for my allowance. We got super baked. Me and 5 other guys, we got super baked, and we were at our local mall, and there was a McDonald's. Dude, for those $20, we probably got an order of 18 of those 18 of their little burgers, and we just split that up amongst 5 or 6 of us. Back then, with a little bit of money, with fast food, it was taking you far. Right? And fast forward to now. Now, I mean, dude, you go to Wendy's with 2 people, there's no way you're spending $20. You're definitely spending over that. I mean, shit, back in the day at Burger King, $20 used to feed my mom, my dad, me, and my sister when we were kids. Now, if you're going to get fast food, you're paying so much more for that. And, the thing with fast food is we've always known, the quality of the food isn't great. When you want Mexican food, when you're getting Taco Bell, it's not that you're in the mood for Mexican food. You're in the mood for Taco Bell. When I'm craving a McDonald's burger, I don't want I don't want a burger. I want a McDonald's burger. So the quality of food really, really ain't all that. And that used to be the trade-off. The trade-off where it's just this is cheap, inexpensive, and you could get it really, really quickly, but it was subpar quality and definitely not good for you. But that was the trade-off. That was the deal, man. That was the deal. It was cheap but shit. But as a college kid, you don't really care. Or as a struggling parent out and about doing chores, you really don't care about the quality because you just want to go out for a meal and it's cheap and you don't have to cook. People are so busy with their families, sometimes they don't have time to cook. So they would just go out to eat. Bang, $20, you're feeding you, your spouse, your kids, man. That was always the draw to these things, but now we're at the point where it's so expensive and the quality is still shit. So, the original basis for this deal is gone. There's no reason for you to go get fast food anymore because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And man, even just forget fast food. There was this halal place I used to go to all the time. I love this place, man. And when I was, after dropping out of college and before going to trade school, I probably spent like a year, going from odd job to odd job. And I mean, dude, you know, you're in a bad situation when you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're living with your parents. Like that's how bad I was down financially at that point in time. And let me tell you something, bro. This halal place, I could get lamb over rice with some pita, white sauce, barbecue sauce, and I could split that shit out for 2 meals. And I was paying $5 for that. I still remember when it got bumped up to 6. Like I was like, oh man, this is gonna eat into my budget, because I was getting it so frequently. But like, it was a safe alternative. It was a good way for me to get food that was inexpensive that could last me for multiple meals and not be absolutely horrid upon reheat like most fast food places are. And like that's just not a viable option anymore for people. Like people are paying I last time I went to Taco Bell, I got those chicken nuggets they got with the fries and a meal. And that was like $11, dude. $11 used to had me eating like a fucking god back in the day at Taco Bell. Like you could like we're talking about like you go in with $5 to McDonald's and like you're walking away full. You probably feel like shit because of how oily and crappy the food is, but you would get your money's worth, and like nothing you can get now at a fast food place will really get you your money's worth. It's too expensive and the food is still kind of shitty. Like they'll have like these specials here and there of they'll have like an Asiago spicy chicken sandwich and then sell the shit out of that to you for like 12, $13. And you might think it's worth it because it's limited time or whatever, but at the end of the day, like the original basis for fast food, that deal, it's gone. And it's really not worth it to get anymore. Like, dude, $12 for a meal at Wendy's. Let me translate that, right? I got this huge pack of chicken when I went with my sister-in-law. I went with her to Costco. I got this giant pack of, I would probably say, if I could remember it. So it's 3 ounces, 10, it's probably like 30 ounces of chicken for $12, $13. Like that is days worth of meals packed with high protein, mind you. So for someone trying to lose weight, like this is a very good option. And I could spend that much on one meal at fucking Wendy's. And instead of doing that, I went to go get some chicken that'll last me for days worth of meals, dude. Like, this is just not worth it anymore. There's nothing wrong with getting it occasionally, right? But if you're someone who, is in a tough financial situation and, maybe say like, oh, well, I can't afford to keep cooking all the time. I'll just use fast food as an alternative. Those days are done, man. Those days are done. Cut down on the fast food. It's shit anyway, and it's not even cheap anymore. Go to the even as expensive as groceries are, dude. Like you could still get things cheaper than that meal that'll last you days. Like you don't. It's just don't go anymore. And then, the less that you go, maybe these companies will finally learn to not keep jacking prices up for subpar quality. Do I think it'll ever change? Probably not. But those days of going out and enjoying some fast food, consistently as a cheaper alternative, that's done, dude. Don't waste your money. Save up. You can get better quality food. Shit, you could even go to Chipotle, dude. As expensive as Chipotle's getting, you could probably just go to Chipotle. If your meal's big enough, dude, that is lasting you multiple meals. I'm just so over it. Like I said, once in a blue moon, fine. whatever. But as a cheap alternative to, cooking and going out to eat, it's not even worth it. It's not even fast anymore, dude. You'll be spending mad time at the drive-thru. It's just not worth it anymore. Save yourself the hassle. Save yourself the money. Save yourself the time. Time is the one thing you'll never get back. Don't waste it sitting in a drive-thru line for subpar expensive food, man. Just save yourself the trouble. All right, yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Join me on our next walk. Until next time, thank you.